Welcome to Baroquing
Welcome to Baroquing News.
For the month of March.
Everyone's favorite segment. First Baroquing News with Isaiah's new rebrand, though.
Oh, yes, it is.
We're not talking about Relatable Isaiah
This
anymore.
Relatable Isaiah is done and now lives on in the new form of Zay Dante. Zay Dante. You already know. That's how
hard
I'm going.
as hell.
Yeah, that is my middle name. Dante is my middle name. I wanted to personalize my account a little bit more.
Right.
And with Maria's help, she walked me through and did everything essentially. And,
I did. I love a rebrand.
And now it's I'm Zay Dante. Now I'm Zay Dante and everything.
There's been several people in my life whose professional names I've created for them.
Wow.
Because I don't know, I guess I can just get a sense of what's gonna make you a star. And Zay Dante, it's because we're also kind of now starting to dip our toes into the water of the more traditional route of short films and other long form content. And so with Isaiah branching out into being a writer, actor, director, producer, whatever, it couldn't be relatable as anymore. It's
an artist.
He's an artist.
What was described by Maria. I put public figure. She was like, no, you're an artist.
I did say it, and I said it exactly like that too.
Oh shit! I was like, that's kind of powerful. Okay,
right.
I gotta respect the hell out of that.
Right.
So
you are an artist.
Hey, and this is what we're doing.
And that's Zay Dante.
It's Zay Dante now. So I'm glad that I can come to you guys in this form, and I'm hoping that it's gonna provide a lot more authentic content. A lot more just me
without behind
myself.
A veil of relatable Isaiah.
Yeah, and truthfully, y'all want to know a real secret? I never really found out. I never really knew. I never really felt connected to relatable Isaiah ever. I never did from the time that I started it to the time that I finished. The previous name that I had was Luxurious Isaiah. Before I did it. And Luxurious Isaiah came from another bit that I used to do in college when I would post on Snapchat stories of wearing this really ugly robe, and I was teaching people how to be luxurious, but it was all tongue-in-cheek satire. And that was what I went to do on TikTok, but it never ended up working. And then I eventually just changed my name to Relatable Isaiah one day. And I never really got connected to it. I never did due to the nature of the job.
That's crazy because it's crazy to think that 1.5 million people related to Relatable Isaiah, but the one person who didn't was Isaiah himself.
That's so deep. That's so deep and very, very true. Yeah, I never really did. I definitely put, I'm not to say that my content wasn't, authentic or, I wasn't, putting my real self in it, but it was behind a veil of knowing what it took to make content and knowing, what had to be in content for it to, do well. So.
Dennis says, can we get some Ice Spice content in here? Some Ice Spice discourse.
Absolutely.
There's no discourse when it comes to Ice Spice because we love Ice Spice at the end of the day. She's objectively
a boss.
The icon, the legend,
the moment.
The GOAT, the greatest
now,
of all
if she
time.
does something cancelable soon, forget that I said that.
Yeah, no. But it's all parasocial.
But as of right now, she is the moment. She's a legend.
Yeah. She's an icon. And, your future wife.
And first, we have a friend, Jonas Skinden. Shout out Jonas Skinden. Hilarious on TikTok and Instagram. Yeah. He's just such an amazing guy. He's nothing like the characters he portrays.
Nothing at all. Yes.
Bits.
And that's why it's so funny.
He's so sweet.
He's
and nice.
Just so funny.
And he's the perfect guy for Ice Spice because in Ice Spice news, she was in an interview and said that her only childhood crush was SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, yeah.
And Jonas, is the perfect man. And I texted Jonas and told him Jonas is the perfect man for Ice Spice.
Right.
She wants a SpongeBob, and that's
She wants a SpongeBob,
so,
and you think he can fill that role?
Mark my words, I'm getting them together.
When is the Ice Spice Connect happening? That's the question. We got to make an Ice Spice Connect happen. Damn it, man. Oh, man. We got to go fucking so viral on things to make that happen. But it's possible.
Or just
in LA.
Go forward in the industry in the way that we want to, and then we just naturally, end
That's
up
legit.
in the same room.
That's legit. I just feel like she's music, so it's a little different.
But actors get invited to the Grammys.
Mm-hmm. And, musicians get invited to the Oscars.
Yeah. Vice versa. So
vice versa.
There's gonna be some point.
I guess, that is very true, huh?
Yeah.
We can just kind of get through to the industry. Damn.
Or Jonas will get to her first.
And
won't even need our help. But for everyone watching, mark my words.
It's gonna happen.
Marriage for them.
And we're manifesting that. Speaking of like parasocial relationships, for the first thing of Baroquing news, I just want to get this out of the way now. Fall Out Boy has released their new album, So Much for Stardust, and it's incredible. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. It's got a couple of classic Fall Out Boy songs. I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I know we don't want to talk about it too much on here, but it's incredible. I'll tell you, Fake Out is one of the best Fall Out Boy songs they have ever made. I'll tell you that right now. Okay? The lyrics. Oh my God! I have been listening to Fall Out Boy for 18 years. Nearly 20 years. Nearly 20 years of my... I listened to Fall Out Boy since I was 7 years old. Okay? This band means so much to me. This group of 4 dudes from like the suburbs of Chicago means so much to me. They mean
shout out 4 dudes from the suburbs of Chicago.
Shout out to the 4 dudes from the suburbs of Chicago who just wanted to make a pop punk band one day because they've changed my life. And it's really embarrassing, but they have changed
it's not, it's not embarrassing. For sure.
They're
like such a famous band.
Oh, I love them
I
so
just don't
much.
listen to them.
I love them so much.
But it's like so many people do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So many people out there listening to Dan and Shay, like I don't know who the hell those people are.
Damn, that's legit.
But like
I don't know
everyone
who
in
Dan
Nebraska
and Shay
was
is.
listening to them, so it's like
damn, that's real. And I guess that's true
they're not
for like
embarrassed?
country artists too. All country artists.
I don't know
definitely have
anything about
fans.
that except for like Casey Musgraves.
Casey Musgraves is incredible.
She's like a gay icon. Is she gay or do gay people just like her?
I think gay people just like her. I
Okay.
think she's good. And have you listened to a Casey Musgraves album?
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
So also the thing about me is like I have a
yeah.
weird thing with music. Like I don't remember the song.
Yeah.
It's really just
We had
based
this
off
thing.
of whatever I'm fixating on at the.
Was it the Golden Hour one?
Yeah, I think so. It was there was a song that would always make me cry.
Oh shit.
It was like when the skies are finally open.
Ooh. I never heard that one.
Rainbow?
I never heard that one. That may be on the same album as Golden Hour.
Maybe it was Rainbow. I feel like it's a sad ass song.
Damn.
About like a person who is depressed and like well, she was talking about like someone close to her that like didn't know that they were a rainbow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, all my depressed homies. No, really at the time it was me. At the time, it was me justifying my abusive ex because I was like, oh wait, like maybe he's just so depressed that's why he's like treating me like shit and hates the world. And I was like, oh, he should really like not hate himself. But then I quickly came to realize, no, he should hate himself. He's like a fucking awful person.
Yeah.
It wasn't mental illness. It was.
That was not who Casey Musgraves had in mind. That was not who Casey Musgraves had in mind.
It was all my other depressed homies.
Yeah,
so
that's
shout
legit.
out to you guys.
Shout out to Fall Out Boy. I'm so happy that y'all released this album.
Yeah.
Let's get into some real news, which a lot of it actually happened today, which is pretty crazy.
Really?
Yeah. There's a couple like big news stories that happened today. Did you see the Kanye tweet?
No, and I'm gonna read it out loud. I have not even
Okay.
I've purposely like not read this part of this huge part of the paper because I wanted to read it for the first time on camera. Kanye West tweeted, was it today?
Yeah.
It was 18 hours ago.
18 hours ago. Watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people.
And I want you to wait to clarify. This is an Instagram post, and the post is the picture is just the poster for 21 Jump Street. It's a non-high def poster.
Made me like Jewish people again. No one should take anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred towards millions of innocent people. No Christian can be labeled anti-Semite knowing Jesus is Jew. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you.
There was a meme. There was a meme that said that was like a very big monster going up against a very little monster, and the big monster was being a Nazi, and then the small monster was Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street. Jonah Hill's performance in 21 Jump Street was incredible.
Right, but I feel like there are more like serious reasons why you should not hate Jewish people. I mean, clearly this is like a post written by someone who is like needs to be like put into like an institution. Like he is experiencing some sort of mental breakdown.
But he keeps doing that. Like, we've had this same convo. He's been doing this.
Yeah, he's been doing it. It's like, but I've known people in my life who have like gone through things that seem similar, and if they had the access and the money and the reach that Kanye West did, like, they would probably be like this. The issue is that he has all this access and no one is like, he's kind of untouchable. It's like, the people that I know, like their families, whatever, can like take away their Facebook, you know, whatever. Like they don't have enough money to like, but Kanye has so much power. Like, how are we going to? The only real thing that I have agreed with Kanye in the past, like this whole thing, is when he got mad about Kim letting North post TikToks.
Being on TikTok.
Because I myself, before he like came out and said that, saw the TikToks and thought that it was weird, baby.
I never saw the TikToks.
It's like it's objectively not weird if you're a normal person, but the thing is, there are pedophiles on the internet at mass, and like she's like dancing, like she dressed up like Ice Spice, more Ice Spice news, and like was like in a like little jumpsuit, like looking so cute, but like that was
after she hired Ice Spice.
Yeah, which was also weird. Why is a white woman hiring a black woman to
like come and dance? That was really weird. Obviously, there's no hate to Ice Spice. Get your bag.
Right.
So obviously, Ice Spice, get your bag. But yeah, it is it's a weird situation for sure.
And her daughter definitely just shouldn't be like that young online. Like it's not because her daughter's doing anything wrong. Like she's literally just having fun. But it's like the wrong people are seeing this. Yeah, it's really unfortunate,
it is unfortunate that it is like that. But in terms of like, we've had a conversation about like nepo babies and all of that type of thing, right? But that's the thing. If that's the real backdraw to being a super famous person, is that your kids really can't do that type of stuff. Right. Because
like Sofia Coppola's daughter who got grounded because she's not allowed to have social. It's like there's reasons for that. There's reasons
why that is. Like, because it's very different than like just a random kid from like a random like flyover state posting a fun little dance video versus Northwest posting a dance video. Northwest's video is gonna get 1 billion views because it's Northwest. So it is. Yeah, you have to have more discretion with that, and it comes to that. But I don't even feel like Kanye even like meant that when he said it that way. I feel like Kanye brought that up from a position of like trying to have power over his family, because that's what he's shown over the past. I'm not to say, I'm not like, I don't know about their family situation and like going through it, all that type of stuff, but the shit that Kanye has said publicly in the last couple of years has been absolutely unacceptable.
Right, he's the last person who should be talking about being careful.
Right, you don't actually mean that or care. You
you like Nazis.
Exactly. Oh, you said that. You said that and like meant it. And then very recently, as in this morning, you watched 21 Jump Street and changed your mind. Fuck off. That's just not fucking real. That's not fucking real. It's really unfortunate that all of Kanye's crazy ass shit is also so funny. That's really what the issue is. Is because there are so many memes from this that are simply hilarious. Yeah. And they happen so quickly, and the internet is gonna be the internet, and make those things happen. And I laughed at them, but it's a very, very serious matter because he's a Nazi.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Not Thanks, anymore, apparently. Yeah. Shout out to 21 Jump Street, the ultimate.
Literally showing all the Nazis. 21 Jump Street would have literally stopped the war.
Someone said that. Someone said like broke killing Hitler as a baby. Woke showing Hitler 21 Jump Street as a baby. Jonah Hill's performance in that movie is incredible. Like Jonah Hill's performance in most movies.
Yeah. Wow.
I love Jonah Hill. I love Jonah Hill.
This is the most insane thing.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
It's truly incredible. It's truly incredible.
So fuck Kanye West. We've got to protect Northwest and...
Yeah, protect the kids. At the end of the day, it's all very unfortunate because, the way that his like family is involved in the entire thing. But again, I must say that he never helped that ever. Right. Like, I mean, and this is what's so crazy is I'm about to make another comparison to somebody who is also, I don't think is a very good person, but Drake's child. Drake's child, right? We didn't see Drake's child until very long after Adonis was born, and it was only because Pusha T called him out for that. And now, retrospectively, we all are kind of looking back on that and being like, why were we all so weird about him hiding his child from the world. That was actually a very normal thing for famous people to do.
Right.
Which, you know, is something that also could have happened with Kanye and Kim. But Kanye, like, had sons, and he wasn't weird about it. It was like, and this is something that he talked about, like, on his albums, too, how he looks at the difference between his sons versus his daughter, and the way that he looks at it is very misogynistic. So it's just, he's only, I don't believe him when he's like, oh, I'm trying to, like, protect my daughter. Like, I don't think that's what it is. You're doing some weird male head of the household bullshit that you want to have power. And just because a broken clock does strike twice, and I do think you're correct about the Northwest stuff and keeping her off of TikTok, because that is true. Not from you. I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from you. Okay, you know, if that's something that's really, like, truly serious, then he should have had those conversations privately with his family,
right,
and figure that out instead of, like, being such a weirdo and such a freak,
and also kind of just, like, shaming Kim's job as a mother.
Exactly. It was,
you know,
it was never about the kids for him.
Motives.
It was never about the kids for him. So I don't believe him. I think he's just one of the most disingenuous people that I have ever seen. Which is a massive letdown considering who Kanye was back in the day, or, like, at least was seen. Like, damn, like, this guy is, like, he's about his causes, is not afraid to say anything, but it now kind of seems that that none of that was really true. You know, it looks back, it's like, you look back at things, like, retrospectively, and you're like, did you actually really fucking mean that? Or were you just...
I wonder, because...
in the right place at the right time?
There's even, you know... currently, there is, like, someone from back home who's, like, there's, like, some weird... Like, they're going through something and, like, posting about it. And it's, like, when they're posting on social media... and every time that this happened, like... the beliefs that they're espousing are, like, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally...
Yeah.
Exciting thing. A person named Moro Karaninaga.
Oh, yeah.
Was our 200th subscriber.
Hey!
Okay. Maro? Maro? That's how you pronounce it? I've only ever... We've been mutuals for a really long time.
Yay! Wow, that's incredible. I do not know if we're mutuals.
He lives in New York.
But
I really don't know what the connection is.
Wow.
I have a lot of homies in the mutuals who I actually have no clue.
Yeah. And sometimes you got a mutual.
I think he followed Prance or something for the sketches.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know, but shout out.
Something, yeah. Sometimes you got a mutual
200 subscriber. You're real as fuck. He's always supporting the work.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Come to LA.
Come to LA. Yes. Visit LA. Woo! That's what's up. Yeah, that's my thoughts on the Kanye stuff. But I'm glad he's not announcing.
He needs help. He needs help. He needs to get his phone taken away. He needs. Because who knows if he even actually, in a right state of mind, believes these things.
Right, yeah.
Doesn't matter because it's harmful that has such a platform to...
Yeah. It would be so different, if in, like, 5 years, like, he went away and then in 5 years came back and was like, I've received very significant help, and, like, I realize how that's
I very much see that being about... He just needs to get the help first, but obviously in this state, like...
Right.
He's not going to want it, so I don't know how you control someone as powerful as Kanye, but...
Right, yeah. I want to believe that he's not actually a Nazi. However, I simply cannot at the current time. Just because I have to take... When you say shit like that,
at the end of the day, the damage has been done. He has emboldened actual Nazis, even if this is, like, say, like, a schizophrenic outbreak or whatever it is for him, like, so much damage has been done.
Yeah. So, that is what it is. But, I just want to say, fuck Kanye. It's fuck Kanye for me.
Speaking of other celebrities doing wild shit, the piece of the news that I wanted to bring to today was... We're bringing it back to who we talked about on the first Baroquing news.
Holy shit, Gwyneth Paltrow is back. She's in court now.
This situation is so wild to me. So for those who don't know, but I'm sure most of you do know, Gwyneth Paltrow was in a ski crash in 2016, and now she's on trial because the individual that was in the crash with her has taken her to court. Because from what I've read, and I don't believe that this part is misinformation, he had brain damage from this accident, And now, like, his family members, because I watched some of, like, some videos of the trial, like, his sister and, like, his family members, like, say that he is a completely different person. Like, he is no longer... He was, like, an optometrist. Like, he was whatever. They're, like, crying. Like, they lost, like, this person in their life because, like, he had brain damage and now he is, like, seriously affected.
Yeah, it seems. This guy's named Terry Sanderson.
Terry Sanderson, 76.
And he's searching for
$300,000 from Paltrow, which is
certainly
not a lot. It's definitely, like, she's trying to clear her name.
She says that she's alleging that it was that Sanderson was at fault and she's trying to exploit, and that he's trying to exploit her for her wealth. But that kind of does make me question that price point then. For a $300,000 price point. Right. That's not a lot.
Seems not very exploitative.
Yeah, usually when things like are that serious, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know anything about this, but I would think that with somebody, especially as famous and as knowledge as far as the public knows, very rich, it's Gwyneth Paltrow. If you're in a, like, ski crash with her, I'm
getting millions. If
I
had a brain injury and 4 broken ribs, like, if I, like, was no longer the same person, like,
right. Yeah.
It'd be millions.
I'd be suing for millions of dollars, but I don't know what that logic is.
She's just been there's been so much about her recently because of, like, she also went on this interview and was like, because she has a health and wellness brand. So
yeah, Goop.
Essentially everything that she espouses is a representation of health and wellness. Like, that's what she chose as a health and wellness entrepreneur. And so she went on this interview and was saying that for lunch, most days, she has bone broth.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then in the evening, she eats vegetables.
Paleo. Mostly paleo, vegetables. You are anorexic, Gwyneth Paltrow, and you are rebranding this as health and wellness. Like, I know the pressures of being skinny as an actress. Like, you deal with that privately. Like, do not go and suggest to people for lunch. I had a period of time where I was trying to drink bone broth as a meal replacement because I have an eating disorder. Like, that's disordered eating, and it's so insane. Like, people are coming for her because she's also, like, not retracting it. Like... She's like, yeah, I drink that shit, like...
She doubled down.
Right, bone broth has health benefits. You can cook your rice in bone broth, and then you get the health benefits of bone broth, and you're eating rice. But bone broth itself has, like, 10 calories in it, like...
Oh, that sucks so much
insane.
for her to
and
be,
then
like,
this is happening, like...
Yeah, and going to trial right
I
after.
watched some of the clips of her trial, and another part that is bothering me, as a woman who has dealt with assault and all this stuff, is her claim now with this trial is that when the collision happened, now she's changing the story and say that she was hit from behind when that's not the case. He got abraded, she ran into him. But she's claiming that he ran into her from behind and that there was a lot of groaning and grunting that he was doing that made her uncomfortable. She is now claiming she was thinking that she was in a situation of potential sexual assault and felt weird about it and thinks that he was experiencing some sort of pleasure from this experience. Meanwhile, a hilarious piece of info to lighten up this serious piece of info is that when this collision happened, she had an employee from the ski resort fill out the paperwork and stay with her child because she had a massage booked. So she went and got a massage while the ski instructor was filling out this paperwork. This guy literally got brain damage. Her child, who she brought here to, like, kind of, like, show her an experience, because apparently Bruce Paltrow, her father, very wealthy actor man, used to take her skiing, and he passed. And she could never go skiing because the memory of skiing was too painful. And she finally brought her child on a ski trip to show her a piece of her childhood. Left her there after she just fucked this man's life up because she had a massage book. Gwyneth Paltrow is not an inherently evil woman. She is just so out of touch to now the point where someone has literally suffered a life-altering injury.
Yeah.
And instead of just paying the $300,000... is making this into an entire thing.
Yeah.
Making sexual assault into a, like, diminished experience, because what do you mean that this was an assault? Like, he was groaning because you fucked his, you broke 4 of his ribs. He wasn't coming. You broke 4 of his ribs, so he was groaning. She was like uncomfortable because she'd probably never heard actual groans of
like pain.
Severe life-altering pain, because you're an actor and all your fight scenes are fake.
And she's been rich for so long, too. I mean, Bruce Paltrow was a famous actor, so she's a Nepo baby?
Yes. Oh, she's one of
the famous... Oh, yeah, that was the convo that we... I didn't know she came up during the Nepo baby part. I thought we literally only brought her up to talk about Goop.
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Because she had stuff to say about the Nepo baby stuff.
Right, for sure. It's really damaging, the things that she's saying in the media. I mean, it just goes back to what we're talking about, like, the Kanye stuff, too, is like, yeah, even if you are not, like... it's not. This is not the same thing as the Kanye thing. But, like, even if she is not, like, an inherently evil person, it is, like, don't go on whatever your thing is and say that you eat bone broth and vegetables only and then say that it's healthy and then it's, like, that's a lifestyle thing. Because there are young people who are watching you. And they have, like, problems. They have, like, eating issues. And they're like, oh, this makes sense. What if the Paltrow does it?
Because she's a health and wellness entrepreneur. Like, that's the important thing to know. It's not, like, we know a lot of celebrities are, like, wild as fuck, have disordered eating, whatever.
Yeah.
When we could have assumed Gwyneth Paltrow as well. But it's like, you have now aligned yourself with health and wellness.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're making comments on diet and specifically saying what you do every day...
Yeah.
That's an issue. That's
dangerous.
an issue. Like, I'm not trying to, like, be all cancelly, whatever, but, like, that is a humongous issue because...
Yeah. I don't think it's even cancelly. I don't think it's, like, wrong to be like, oh, you shouldn't be saying that in the media.
And you should retract it immediately.
Yeah. And certainly not double down on it after people say, hey, this is not a good thing to even, like, to talk about. Yeah, and it's very interesting that she's saying that this guy... I mean, I don't know. That's... Maybe her lawyers told her to say that.
She said she was gently skiing down the slope when she felt a body press into her back and saw 2 skis slide between her legs.
Oh,
How
so
did he break 4 ribs and have a brain injury if he gently pressed against
definitely
her back?
not.
Because the original claim was that she ran into him. And now she's rewriting it.
Okay, now she's saying, oh.
No, he ran into me and it was sexual assault. Oh my god. Like, the Andrew Tate fan base is gonna have a field day with this.
Really
like, this is once again, like, so damaging.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because, people are gonna be like, see, this is why,
This is why women always cry wolf.
All the time. And it really fucking sucks too, especially now during the whole conversation with all of these actresses who are coming out and being like, hey, this dude in Hollywood, this really big person in Hollywood
happening
did
right
something
now.
to me.
Yes.
But I'm not going to say the name because if I say the name, my career will be ruined.
Right.
And people will be like, no, say it. Like, who
yes.
is it? Like, you know what I mean? And then, but
then when she does say it, then you immediately stop believing her. It's like they support women who, like, ambiguously have this claim of sexual assault.
And they're like, no, we're here for you.
Tell us.
And then you're like, oh, and then it comes out, oh, it's Johnny Depp.
It's
and then
not
you're
him.
like, no, that's my boy from Pirates.
It's definitely not him.
That's
like,
my boy from Pirates.
You for sure. Like,
fucking crazy.
Yeah, oh, you liked it for sure.
Do you not understand this is why people do not come out with their experiences? Because it ruins their fucking life. It ruins their fucking life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and to go back, because the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing is just going to be the trial. Now, for the future. And when we're talking about this entire thing in terms of how we look at the things in history, the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial is going to be the thing. Amber Heard, it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck what you think happened or what you think went on in that relationship. Amber Heard's life now is completely altered in the way that she is looked at forever. It doesn't matter if you think oh, it was like mutual, or they were hurting itself, oh, it's like a toxic situation. You're ignoring the fact that a woman came out with her experiences and then was immediately, before any information was even dropped, because y'all were on that trial's ass before it even fucking started, and you never believed her from the fucking jump.
Right.
From the jump. So it's not about who she is or what happened in that relationship. It's about the way that y'all motherfuckers act when a woman says that something has happened to her. You don't believe it because you don't want to believe that your favorite actors can be fucking evil people. You do not know these motherfuckers. Get off their fucking dick.
They don't care about you.
Get off their dick. They don't care.
They literally don't care about you.
They've made their money. This shit is a job. You know how you fucking go into your 9-to-5 job and you work and then you leave and you're like, I don't give a fuck about any of these motherfuckers after that. They go to set and they leave and they do not fucking think about you. They do not think about, oh, these audience members gonna be fuck. Like, all of that shit is fucking PR. These are actors doing a job. They don't fucking know you. These are magicians who are making music as a job. They don't fucking know you. So stop trying to cap for them. As much as I fucking said at the beginning of this podcast, I love Fall Out Boy. If Fall Out Boy came out and something happened with them, I would not be fucking on their dick like, oh man, no, those are my guys. I've known them for 20 years. I do not know these motherfuckers. I like their music.
You literally don't know them.
I don't know
them.
How
could you?
Like, stop with all of the bullshit trying to be like, oh no, we care. Women just have to like start coming out with their experiences more. They do. And when they do, you stop believing them and then they go away. And then you're like, why don't women come out with their experiences?
You cancel all of them.
You ruined
Johnny
all of
Depp is fine. Like, he's still Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller, they're still releasing
The Flash movie.
I was about to call it Shazam. I don't know the fucking difference between these movies.
Oh my god!
I do not know the difference between these movies.
Oh
the Flash.
No, and it's so sick too. It's fucked up for me because I love the Flash. So it's really fucked up for me.
But they dropped whatever the fuck Amber Heard was immediately.
Yeah, from Aquaman. Yeah, I mean that was just like. It was like we all knew where that was going to go during that moment because DC was already doing a whole bunch of cuts for people. So it was like, oh, no way Amber Heard's getting out of this. No way Ezra Miller's getting out of this either because they are, have been assaulting people across the globe. Mm-hmm. I mean, in Iceland, in Hawaii, in California. I mean, they've been everywhere just doing crazy shit to people, to kids. And they're not even a man. They're just like mask presenting.
Yeah,
just mask presenting.
All the men around the world are like, Fine,
whatever.
All right, they can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, it's cool. And I mean, majority, like half of y'all aren't even respecting their pronouns anymore.
Right.
But it's like any mass presenting person, you're gonna be like, oh, it's cool. We're just gonna let it go because like new Flash movie, whatever. Fuck off. The whole industry, the whole thing, it's all turned into, and I was having this conversation with somebody, I completely forgot, but like, it's completely turned into a thing where it doesn't actually matter who the people involved are. It doesn't actually matter what the situation is because there is a telegraphed way that everybody on the internet is going to act anyway. And this is just one of those cases. The situation with Cheryl Lee Ralph, whoever did something to Cheryl Lee Ralph with Victoria Pendretti, and then other girl from I think Stranger Things or something. It's
I forgot her name, but
all three of them came out with their situation. Said somebody in Hollywood assaulted me, did something crazy to me. Everybody always reacts to that situation the exact same way. Who is it? We need to know. Who is it? We need to know. So that's stage one, right? And then stage two is if for some reason they decide to make that leap and make that jump and say who it is, person comes out and they're like, oh, it was this guy right here. No!
Any guy.
It doesn't matter who it is.
It just has to be a man.
People just cap for anyone. Like, literally anyone. People coming out of the woodworks. Like, people who I didn't even know had fans. Right. I don't even know who these people are. Like,
right.
They did like one season, like in the back. I mean, there's only one person that I think of that didn't happen for, and that was Crystalia. Which really just speaks to how not famous Crystalia was.
Just how much we hate male comedians also. Like, he's not a man, he's a male comedian. And that's its own kind of like
yeah, we dropped
marginalized
Crystalia immediately. We dropped Crystalia immediately.
Male comedians.
But even Crystalia is back on tour now.
Yeah. I mean, it really at the end of the day didn't affect him.
Yeah. I mean, Crystalia, Louis C.K., all those
and so much sexual assault stuff coming out about Cole Sprouse.
What? I did not know that. But I can see that because Cole Sprouse has been acting like crazy.
Yeah. And people are writing for this dude who was a kid, who was a child actor on Sweet Life. Like,
whose brother is significant.
90% of them turn out fucked up. Like, how are we even, like, having to do mental gymnastics? Like, of course.
Yeah. Awful interview where
he's smoking inside that house and he made smoking look ugly. That was crazy.
Literally the most I, like, couldn't finish the video. Like, it was so
rough.
cringe. And on top of all that, like, what he was doing while smoking the cigarette was like running a smear campaign
on
his
Lily Reinhardt.
ex. Because he's a narcissist and I literally see everything about my ex in Cole Sprouse. Literally pray for me. Because holy shit, the fact that I can say that.
That was a really rough interview.
And he keeps going around.
Make smoking unsexy.
He's been on like a podcast run.
Oh my God.
Spewing this bullshit.
I did not know that. Wasn't there a thing that he cheated on her?
Yeah. But because he's claiming like, yeah, she was like, her mental health was like getting to me. Like she was like, make me be her nurse. Like all this stuff. Like whatever. Like.
Okay.
Me literally shaking for Cole Sprouse right now.
In the middle of you like just like gobbling on this damn cigarette and just making this shit just look hideous. Just like and then like sitting
like
back with
stick.
like one of the ugliest faces I have ever seen. Like I'm not even commenting on your physical appearance. I mean just your demeanor. Just like the way you lean back with that shit. That's not how people lean back. This motherfucker, I mean, it didn't even look comfortable. It didn't even look comfortable. That shit was ugly. That shit was hideous. I'm gonna tell you what. You know how fucking hard it is to make smoking unsexy?
It's smoking, unfortunately, the kids don't smoke.
It's terrible.
Smoking kills.
Don't fucking smoke.
But smoking is one of like the hottest,
it's the hottest thing. That's why it's hard to let go. That's why it's hard to let go. Because it makes you look so cool.
But it makes you look so cool.
And the nicotine. But it makes you look cool.
Like
never in my life have I seen anyone look so bad smoking.
So impressive. I look so cool smoking. I don't smoke,
you do.
But like whenever I have a little bit too much to drink and there's a cigarette around me,
yeah, you're like,
I'm gonna be fiending for that shit. And every time I smoke, like a photo gets taken of me.
Yeah.
Like
and it's
someone around me is like,
yeah.
I need to take a photo of this.
Yeah,
because smoking is so fucking cinematic. How did he make it so?
It was really embarrassing. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If I was that interview, I would be like, you're going to have to put that out.
Right, we're inside. There's literally rule. This is a fire hazard. We haven't had indoor smoking in years. Like, who? Why was he allowed to do this?
Like, brother, I'm trying to help you out. Okay, listen, we're putting this out on the
This
God's
had to have been a plant. Like, the interviewer had to have, like, known it would have made him look stupid and, like, let him do it because, like...
Yeah, or
was
something.
it even lit? Like, I wasn't even seeing smoke.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing with that shit, but when he put it in his lips, I'm like, this shit is ugly. This shit looks so motherfucking bad.
Tassos in the chat.
Tassos. We got Tassos in the chat.
Oh my god, shout out Tassos.
Tassos is someone whom I've never met, but not for a lack of wanting.
Wow.
He is one of the most amazing people I know, and I've never met him. And I believe that I will be going on a camping trip with him in August. So we will.
Woo-woo!
It will be one of the most powerful.
That's incredible.
Experiences.
Shout out to Tassos.
That I personally will have ever felt. Like, I don't know if I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so nervous. I'm actually, and I was telling Cassius about this. He's a friend of Cassius's best friend, and Cassius's friend, so that's the whole cinematic universe. And I was telling Cassius that I'm literally gonna be so nervous to meet. I get nervous to meet people. Like, I get starstruck to meet my mutuals. Like Maro, who was on here earlier. Like, if I ever met him, like, I would feel starstruck. Like, something about knowing someone online.
Yeah.
And, like, knowing them for an extended period of time and then having to interact with them in real life, I'm going to get nervous. I'm going to not act like myself for the first 2 times that I hang out with you.
That's legit.
And I don't know what it is. I don't get that starstruck interacting with, like, celebrity, like, actual, like, public figures. But my mutuals...
But your mutuals are your celebs.
Y'all have me...
Yeah.
Blushing.
Yeah.
Y'all have me blushing, all of my mutuals. It's like, I don't know, like...
And that's the way it should be.
Am I everything that you hoped for? Like,
wow.
What, like, are you everything, like, what? You're such a real person. Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually beautiful. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. We really shouldn't be caring about celebrities.
We should be caring about our mutuals. Real mutuals that we meet. Like, you guys are my celebrities. Tassos, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I've actually never tried. I'm sure I could if I just gave it a shot. It's like Greek? It's Greek? I don't know. like literally only. It's like
He's saying on a live. That's so fucking funny. Is you saying like on a live thing? You're like, I've never tried to pronounce your name. I probably could though.
Tassos.
You're gonna try it?
Tassos Tentoglu. I feel like that's how it's like.
We have no idea of knowing whether or not that's wrong. Wait, let me see.
Tassos Tentoglu.
Yeah.
There's no. My parents are immigrants. They got.
Right.
Well, I'm right. I
That's
was right.
correct. Hell yeah.
My mother's name, I literally like, had to double check her business card how to spell because it's like so. It's such a strangely spelled name. So this is not even like. I'm not being insensitive, okay? Like people don't know how to pronounce my name, and it's Maria. I've told this story, and I'll tell it again. On graduation day, I was the graduation speaker. And then when people were congratulating me on my good speech or whatever, they said, "Good job, Mariah." So nobody come for me. Nobody even come for me about pronunciation because I know none of my friends could pronounce my parents' names. They were like, "Oh, that's just your mom." Like, I'm not even gonna try. Okay.
I'm not even gonna try.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to pronounce it because that's your name.
And that's legit.
That's so important to you. Like, I'm gonna try.
And that's legit.
And you
So let's do about 15 more minutes.
okay.
Those are 15. Okay.
I feel like you got to talk about the
TikTok
TikTok
ban.
ban
Yeah,
because
that was
that's
what I
your
was gonna
job,
bring up, yeah.
not mine, but that's yours.
So
Unfortunately.
let me see.
Unfortunately.
Let me see. Like
Wait,
the
really
official,
quickly.
like, info.
Really quickly though, icon Mindy Kaling doesn't owe it to anyone to be a body positivity icon. Experts say.
I saw that too. That was the headline. I'm like, experts in what? Positivity?
Doesn't okay. Hell yeah.
Others bashed her for changing what many saw as a body that changed. So I'm guessing Mindy Kaling lost weight, and now people are mad that she's not more closer to mid-size.
Yeah.
You guys, shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they talking about.
right? Like, what are
You're not being body positive by
right?
commenting on her losing weight.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like she's not telling
she
y'all that
supposed to
she got that way because she's been drinking bone broth.
We can't hate
meals.
on everything.
She probably just started working out. Like,
Yo,
I
we
don't
can't
know,
hate on
like,
everything.
What?
Like,
was she even a body positivity icon in the first? She was just
That's what I'm
an
saying. She's just
actress,
an
writer,
actress.
existing in a not like size 0 body.
Y'all gotta stop trying to make.
She's not
these
inherently a
celebrities
body
activists.
positivity icon. Like,
not every celebrity is an
You're
activist.
weird.
Not every celebrity is an activist. Mindy Kaling is a woman who was trying to be a writer and an actor and then did. Y'all are trying to make her into like what? I don't even know what the like.
she didn't say that she hated her body, and
She
that's
never said
why
that. Like,
she like
she's-
started like losing weight or whatever. Like
She's just a person who lives in Los Angeles.
she could be going through something.
Yeah, we don't know what.
Who
And
knows?
y'all promised that y'all would stop doing this shit after Chadwick Boseman, and then it really hasn't stopped. So it's like this got to end,
Right.
y'all. We have got to stop commenting on people's bodies like this,
Especially women, because
Period.
everything about society is literally all about
That's it,
making women
yeah.
look a certain way.
So let's let people do what they need to fucking do, especially women,
Right.
please.
The only thing Mindy Kaling is an advocate for is Indian women dating
white guys.
little nerdy white guys.
Yeah, dating
and
nerdy
she
white guys.
is leading
She's
that
doing that.
front. I grew out of that mindset after high school. And
She's
she
bringing
is
it back.
still bringing that
She's
back.
bringing it back with her many successful shows where that character is doing that.
That exact thing. So I see a lot of myself, my young self in her. That is no longer my type.
And she's still, doing whatever with BJ
But
Novak.
she can have them. She can have them.
And she has one, but we don't know what that situation is with BJ Novak.
BJ Novak.
And I hope that they figure that out.
I hope we figure it out because I want to know. But you obviously don't have to tell us anything.
you don't have to tell us anything.
Whatever.
Yeah,
You don't owe us
it's your
anything,
life,
but I
it's your
want to know. Like, clearly all your characters are him. Like, let us know.
Yeah, what's the deal? I ain't gonna get to it.
Whatever. TikTok ban.
TikTok
Isaiah
is
has no
possibly
job.
banned. Yeah, this is crazy. This is so insane. Well, it's actually funny because TikTok obviously doesn't pay anything really. The Creator Fund has never really paid anything. I mean,
Right.
I have I have gotten like what I think is like the maximum amount of money that my account would ever have gotten on the creator fund. And it was not enough to even pay my rent, and I was going viral every day. I was going viral every single day.
TikTokers are making money from brand deals.
They make money from brand deals, yeah.
And a lot of people like don't know how influencing works. Yeah. It's not the apps, even though they have the money.
They have the money. They just are not paying.
That's not where it's. Yeah.
So TikTok has not been my main source of income for a very long time. But the TikTok app does look like there's a possibility that it may get banned. Now, this is a thing that's been in conversation for about 2 years now. I mean, probably even longer than that, but at least when I started caring was when I started doing TikTok. So, like, 2 years ago, I started getting, like, comments from family being like, yo, you hear TikTok might get banned? I'm like, no way, that's actually going to happen. Mm-hmm. I am a little bit thinking that it could happen now. Because for the first time ever, we have seen the TikTok CEO. The TikTok CEO.
He's a cutie.
Yeah, he's a nice little guy.
I love him. He's very handsome.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a really cool dude. He came on and he made a video essentially stating that there are over 150 million Americans that are on TikTok. That is almost over half of the country, which is a very, very significant portion.
Wild.
That means that majority of the people that you see in your daily life most likely have TikTok. That's what that means essentially.
That's true.
So the fact that, but the thing is that he made that video because he was testifying in front of Congress the next day, in front of the United States Congress the next day. So that's worrying. That's worrying because up until this point, like, there has been plenty of rumors of TikTok's going to get banned. TikTok is going to get banned. It has clearly gotten to a portion in time now where the CEO of TikTok felt like he needed to make a visit to the country.
Have you seen the clips?
Yeah, the clips are terrible.
Oh,
we are awful on the public stage.
God.
There's actually not a reason. I want to make like a counterpoint because I feel like a lot of Americans probably think that the rest of the world unfairly thinks that we're really stupid, right?
It's not unfair.
It's not actually unfair for them to think that because what they're seeing
you elect into office
is the people we've elected into office
are the dumbest people I've ever literally seen in my life.
This guy is not Chinese. He's Singaporean. He has been called Chinese many times during this thing, and it's really embarrassing. I mean, it's really completely embarrassing that we're having this conversation about a social media app with a bunch of 70-year-olds who are not on it. So they have no idea what the fuck is even going on.
Why?
I'm not saying there aren't problems with TikTok. I'm not saying that there aren't like
sure.
Whatever. Maybe it could possibly be bad. It could possibly be good. But it was bad. I don't know.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
There's a lot of security
things. This is something that I had to seek out to find this because this is not a conclusion I would have ever with my brain come to. But there is like an entire sector of the right wing that is, if not the entirety of it, I don't know, a majority, that is pushing for this mostly because they're literally claiming, and this has like been like news headlines, claiming that TikTok is turning our youth trans because of the access to trans creators like Dylan Mulvaney and others, where kids are seeing people like them in like inspiring them to live their life to the fullest and not kill themselves. But Republicans, of course, are making the conclusion that TikTok is turning people trans, and that's an issue for them.
Yeah.
And, like, they're heavily advocating.
That's super crazy and unfortunately sounds incredibly correct. That does sound incredibly correct. Especially, like, from right-wingers. Of course, right-wingers would turn that into that conversation.
I don't even know. I don't even know how they exist. Like, I don't even know how you, like, literally, like, believe these things. Because you're such a joke. Like, you are a bit as a person. Like, how is this real?
Yeah.
Like, Like,
you're what everyone else in the world is making fun of. You're what everyone else in the world is making fun of. And then you're going to be what everyone in the future looks back on and think you're an abomination. You're disgusting.
Right.
And be like, there's going to be a point in time where this is not a problem, and people like you will have been phased out of society and actually having a role in society, and people actually caring about your opinions, and people are going to look back at it in the same way that people look back at the Holocaust. like now are being
what movie is going to make them not be transphobic?
Not be transphobic. What Jonah Hill performance?
It's going to be Euphoria. In the future, they're like,
yeah.
I watched Euphoria.
And it changed, like...
Saw how hot Hunter Schafer was?
Yeah. It fucking changed
I'm not transphobic
everything.
anymore.
It really, yeah, no, at genuine, like, that's the type of thing that it will be, you know? Like, people... This is not going to be a thing that's long-lasting for, like, humanity, because people are going to eventually recognize that this is dumb, and also it is very damaging, and it's very unsafe for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Like, you're causing a... eventually could be genocidal thing by not allowing trans people to live their life. So
yes,
you are going to be looked at as the villains in history. That is very true. There are a lot of concerns that are very legitimate about TikTok, in terms of like data collection. Basically, a lot of the same things that Facebook had. What Mark Zuckerberg had to talk about.
I'm personally not worried about. Maybe I will
Majority
once I'm a public figure. And I have more at stake.
Yeah.
But I don't really care. Like,
majority of people, normal people want to.
Because the CEO, I saw a clip of him like explaining how the facial recognition software can determine like if you're young or old or like a male or woman or whatever. And he was explaining this like Republican Congress some person. And was like, yep, so, like, you know, they have, like, the bio data from, like, the actual, like, time that your face is on screen, but then they also, like, the algorithm will, like, look at all the videos on your public page and, like, scan and, like, make sure, like, it sees all your different angles, whatever. And the Republican senator or whatever was like, isn't that kind of creepy that it's looking at all your videos? And he was like, so it's public, so everyone can see them. So I wouldn't say that it's that creepy. It's just kind of how a algorithm... It's like you're so old and so Republican. That you're creating this... No idea what the fact that this is like something that we're really like putting our time and energy into and not forgiving my damn student loans. At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep reminding us every episode about our student loans that we should not...
Legit.
Or, you know, obviously I'm joking. Like, there's bigger fish to fry. But, like, we're really... This is This is what we're doing.
We're hoping... I think the hope is that they're just trying to look strong for being against, like the Chinese government. That's essentially what we're thinking. You know, there's something's going to happen. Like that something will happen where ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok, or I think it's ByteDance.
This is such a, like, racist thing. Like, you're just... This is all, like, racist stuff. Like, blaming China for COVID. Like, blaming China for fucking TikTok. Whatever the hell's going on. Like, you're weird. And, like, India has banned almost all Chinese apps. Because India is racist. Like, I don't know what... Like, this isn't like, oh, other places are doing it. Other places around the world are extremely racist. We're not using that as, like, a litmus test of, like, this being okay. It, like, we know that Indian people are racist. Unfortunately, Republicans are racist towards Indians and Chinese people. Like, it's like, you know, like, the list just keeps going on. But it's like...
I didn't know that India banned TikTok. I have, like, such a following in India. I guess not on TikTok. I guess on Instagram.
Yeah. I guess I don't have to worry about any of my relatives seeing any of my dumb shit on there.
Damn, yeah, that's crazy.
They didn't ban Instagram though, so they say no my reels.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's really what the real question is if the problem is data collection and the problem is like all these AI, like the collecting and things, and I mean there is a conversation to be had about AI being unsafe in the near future because we are getting to a point where it's getting a little too realistic. But the thing is that. How's that any different than what Facebook was doing? Facebook owns Instagram.
It's no different than Facebook or Instagram or or Twitter or anything.
That's what's going to take its place. Once TikTok is gone, Instagram is going to be the new one. That's what they're already setting in place for. That's what Reels is. So if TikTok, let's say TikTok is taken out of the country and it is banned, it's going to be annoying, but it's only going to be annoying for like a month or two before eventually everything moves over to Instagram. And then no one's going to even worry about it or even think that it's a problem. But the thing that is an actual problem is the fact that these companies do have our data that in the future can be used in very dangerous ways. We need to put regulation on that. You know what I'm saying? Because Mark Zuckerberg went to Congress in the same way that the TikTok CEO went to Congress, and nothing really changed. They didn't pass any sort of laws. They didn't do any sort of... And we all know that's what they're doing. When you speak and you say that you want ice cream in your phone, you get ice cream ads.
Right.
Your data is already being collected.
It's because y'all decided you really wanted capitalism. That's what our data is being used for.
That's literally what the system is built for.
Like, it's not for any nefarious... Everyone's just trying to make money.
That's all it is.
And you guys know that. Because it's the system that you really want to uphold. So it's like, why the fuck are you... What problem do you have? Do you have other weird nefarious motives that we don't know? And that's why you're so... Because it's like... It's just money, as far as I'm concerned, and that's your fucking thing.
Yeah.
You wanted capitalism. You kept upholding. You claim that it's the best idea. Okay, it's the best idea, and now my phone knows when I want a fucking pair of Crocs.
Right, yeah. And I mean, is that necessarily a problem? Sometimes those ads are, like, good. You know, like, that's the question, is, like, to the regular person, does any of these things actually affect them? No. And it won't really for a very, very long time. Is it something that to be looked at and possibly be concerned about in the future? Yeah. But I think
because
TikTok
is Gen Z. Boomers hate Gen Z.
And they don't like mass. They don't like mass information being able to be spread.
They don't get it. And they're like, oh, this is bad. Like, oh my God, like, this is bad. We need to, like, stop this. Like, oh my God, all these gay people, like, are coming. You just can see gay people now because you literally...
It's in your face.
Were homophobic, transphobic before, weren't associating with them in your fucking bumfuck ass town in Nebraska.
Yep.
And now on TikTok, on your For You page, a really famous trans person can show up. And now you suddenly think people are becoming trans because of TikTok. But your world has just opened. Your tiny existence has just opened up.
Yep.
You stupid men and women. Because none of y'all are non-binary over on the right side. So you stupid men and women.
Yeah. Silly.
We are chilling.
Do I think TikTok is going to be banned by the end of the year? I think it's more likely than it was ever before, but I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's going to necessarily happen.
I think they're trying to distract us. I think that the right is trying to distract us from the actual legislation against like transitioning like in medical transitioning that they're making in the States, because TikTok like is a buzzword that like our generation will like really go towards. Yeah, and we're kind of like forgetting about the actual legislation that's being passed about,
at the current moment in Florida, many fascist ideals, and that's the way to describe them, because that is what it is. The fact that in Florida at the current moment education is being banned. So it's like education for CRT. So like the ability for trans people to even exist in Florida has gotten significantly harder over the last 2 weeks. Over the last 2 weeks, you can't exist as a trans person in Florida anymore because of Ron DeSantis, who is running for president.
Well, all this bullshit's going on, and that we're really talking about.
This is, I honestly...
I think this is just the Republicans do this all the time. Like,
I don't think TikTok actually is going to get banned.
I don't think all a distraction so that they can, like, go and do all this shit while Gen Z is distracted because all they care about TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a little carrot. It's like, oh my God, we're going to take it away.
Well, it's like, someone's going to bring up the fact that TikTok has made so many jobs in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's job creation. It's made a lot of rich people, and they hate that because they're like, they're not working for their money. And neither did you, because you used to buy bread when it was 5 cents. Your house was $50.
I would be super shocked if TikTok gets banned under the Biden administration, especially with the knowledge now that 150 million Americans use it. That's going to be such a negative, especially right before re-election. TikTok not getting banned. Damn, TikTok is not getting banned. I don't know. Wait, do Democrats own the Senate? I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Now, yeah.
I think so. I don't know. I completely forgot from the midterms. We're gonna
They're
see.
flopping.
We're gonna see.
They're flopping a little bit,
Yeah.
so
We're gonna see. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it ends up going. I think that it is. I would start if you're like a creator on TikTok. If your job is on TikTok somehow, I would start getting a little concessions just in case. I'm not saying that it is going to get banned, but I think that it is more than likely than ever. Before I was hearing these concerns, and I was like, "That's not happening. I'm not going to be concerned about that at all."
At the end of the day, the algorithm is slowing down, and I know all your views are down.
Yeah. That's
get some brand deals from Instagram.
Yeah.
Save up a little safety net.
Yeah.
You know, start reaching out to some brands.
Start reaching out to some brands. Yeah. Start, going possibly somewhere else.
Just
you
but
still post on TikTok though.
Sure,
but still post on
for
TikTok
sure,
though. Like
for
TikTok is still at the end of the day. TikTok is the app. At the end of the day.
App of the moment.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been the moment for a little minute now. It's a little minute now. So yeah, it's gonna be it. So, all right.
Wow. Well, that was so much
was it.
news.
That was so much
that we
news.
talked about and broke.
Yeah. So much news we broke.
Wow.
So much news, yeah.
We've got a new idea for streams coming up this next month. We think you guys are really gonna like it.
Yes.
It's gonna be so silly and goofy and fun. You'll have to stay tuned
Yes.
to find out about that.
It's gonna be exciting. We got a lot of new cool content coming.
Got another
very soon.
projects. We've got a short film that we're in pre-production for.
Which is so cool.
Very cool
Maria's
stuff.
planning on directing.
First, directing debut.
Directing debut.
We love a female director.
Super excited. Super exciting stuff. It's gonna be incredible.
Yeah.
I can't wait for y'all to see it.
So.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna go work on those things now.
Happy Saturday.
Or we're gonna relax. I don't know. What we're gonna do.
I'm probably gonna work on some shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work.
So yeah, we're all gonna go work.
Yeah.
I have to go make content.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.